howdy diddly dandy there, chums. As I, Captain Steve. Yes, I don't look like my normal Captain Steve. I've got frickin' horns, but I like them. They're pretty awesome. I'm going to show you how to find the glyphs, and rather quick, rather pronto. So I'm going to use the Floral Menace mission from the Nexus. I'm going to hit that up. Now, it's not always listed there. The missions do rotate out every like 10 minutes. So yeah, you can hang around here if you want. Or if you've got other stations you can visit in your station list, you can go visit those if you've got the Traveller marked out, or if you can remember where the Traveller was, or just go through them and try and find a Traveller in between missions popping. So just go back and check every 10 minutes on the dot. It changes, so you know, bang on like 10 o'clock and then 10 past 10, then 20 minutes past 10, etc. Anyway, here we are. We're heading down to the actual planet where there is one of these Hazardous Flora type missions. Now, to start the Hazardous Flora mission, you start off at a grave marker, chums. And that's where the sneakiness comes in. This is where you've got to use your ninja abilities and your creative thinking of how you can exploit this. So we're going to head on down to the planet, and I'm going to skip ahead to where I use my sweep scanner, and I'm locked in to the actual grave marker. Now the trick is, do not touch it. Do not touch that like your life depends on it, and put down a base marker, okay? Awesome. You can't save while you're doing a Nexus mission. If you just restart your game, you've got to start the mission all over again. But we want to exploit that. We put down a base marker, which sort of, once you've claimed the land, you have to put down the base, claim the base, and that's actually registered into the base server in the background. So it's kind of like a little mini save beacon of its own in a roundabout way, but it hasn't saved your progress. And then reload your game. Important announcement, I'm trying to hit the 15,000 subscribers. Please be golden and hit that subscribe button. That'd be frickin' ace. Lovely job. Important announcement over. Okay, and it bounces you back up to the Nexus, like you haven't even started the mission. But if you go through to this portal in the back of the Nexus, you should find your base computer. Ha! How cool is that? Yeah, and then you just whisk back to your base. You see, if you went and touched that grave, you would have started the mission of Hunt Hazardous Flora, and then you wouldn't be able to interact with this. So whatever you do, don't interact with the grave when you first go there. Now you can interact with it, because it's outside of the mission. You're no longer doing the Hunt Hazardous Flora, you cancelled it. So now, you can claim his glyph. There we go. So that's a nice quick way to find a glyph. If you haven't got travellers in the station, in the system that you're in, you can do this, hopefully, find this mission. If not, jump to the next system, check the station for a few travellers, and then call in the Nexus, see if the mission's there. If not, you can then just jump again. If you don't want to use your warp fuel, you can go in the Nexus, turn on multiplayer, and jump to other players' bases. Jump to their base, fly up to their station, see if they've got a traveller in their system, and then you're not using your warp fuel, you're just using launch thruster fuel. So yeah, it kind of works that way. So frickin' ace, huh? Brilliant. Now, throughout this expedition, I have seen quite a fair few travellers in the stations. Now, I had to do the 10 uncharted areas of space, just like you guys did, and out of those 10, I found 3 stations that had travellers in, so I renamed them to actually contain the word traveller. So I know I can get 3 more glyphs outside of this video. But if I just go down to the bottom of this list, I think Rendezvous 2 had a traveller, so I'm going to jump there if I'm right in thinking. So here we go, I've arrived located inside of the station. There we go, and yeah, discovered by Hello Games. I think this is Rendezvous 2, and there we go, Mr. Lightbulb Head. Hello there, my little chummy friend. Awesome. And he's going to point me down to his grave marker after I've had this little interaction about why he's covered in blood, which is a little bit crazy. Yeah, he seems not all the ticket. I wouldn't give him any sharp objects, this guy. Okay, brilliant. And I mean, look at his head. Right, anyhow, let's just, I digress. He's shown me where his grave marker is, and we're going to head on down there, and we're going to pick up glyph number 2. And I've done 2 really quickly, and there's hardly any editing. I've just cut out the loading sequences and a few flying scenes. That's it. And yeah, I'm getting these quite quick. I think I can get all 16 within about 4 hours. So it's not super quick. You're still going to spend a fair few hours doing this, and we might not even need them. Okay, but I'm just thinking we can do this in between the community mission stuff. So if you're getting a bit bored of hitting up all those relic sites or whatever, you can always just do this as a side mission. I would like to think we might hit up a portal or something. But anyway, I'm grabbing them anyhow. I mean, you could sort of cross-reference this with everything else. If you don't see the mission that you want inside of the actual Nexus, and you've got 10 minutes to wait, go find yourself a relic site or a monolith or something like that. Just hit up a few maps if you've got some navigational data. Or if you've got your roamer that's got the scanner installed or any of your exocrafts, just pop a few of those. Do a few in between. Do the little two. Yeah, swap between the two. Multitask. Heck yes. So I'm flying back into the Nexus now. Because I have used my station list to jump me to a different area of space. If I pick up a mission now for Kill Hazardous Flora, it should jump me to a different system to the one I was in before. If you keep doing the missions in the same area of space, it's going to keep sending you to the same planet and the same grave marker, and it doesn't work. So you need to move on to a different space system before you hit up the mission again. And as you can see here, the mission isn't listed. But right at this very point in time, it's 59 minutes past 6, so it's going to change to 7 PM in a few seconds, in about 22 seconds. But I've sped up the footage right here by about 8 times. So it's going to just zoom straight past, and here we go. It should change any second now. There we go. There we go. Eliminate Hazardous Flora. Luck has it. It's not always there. It doesn't just roll in every second time. And there's no pattern to it either. It's completely random numbers. But it does pop up quite frequently. So here we go. I'm just going to fly on down. And this time I won't do so much editing on this piece of footage. So it's as simple as that, chums. You either use stations and jump system to system and check the stations. Jump to other players' bases from the Nexus with multiplayer on and check their station for travellers if you haven't got much fuel, or you hit up the Hazardous Flora missions, which takes you to a grave marker. Put down a base, reload, go back to your base. You have to put down the base marker and claim the base, and then reload. Don't just put down the base computer without claiming it. that's just silliness. Don't do that. Anyway, so here we go. We're heading over to the Flora area. I've sped this footage up rather than cut it, but I'm just going to head on down. Now, when you do head on down to a planet, it's going to take you a little way away from where the actual grave marker is. You use your sweep scanner to dial in and find it, but once you find it, don't interact with it. Put down your base computer, claim your base, and then do a reload. And on the reload, you're going to be back into the Nexus, go to your portal, so forth and so on. And it's just a case of rinsing and repeating that process. And hopefully you're going to have all your glyphs in under about 4 hours, is roughly how I managed to do it, roughly there or thereabouts. But like I say, you may not even need to do any of this. You might not need the glyphs. I'm only wondering whether we may need them, because the amount of times during this actual expedition that the actual rendezvous point has been a portal. I'm wondering whether we might have to activate one just by sheer chance. Second important announcement, I have a Twitter. Yeah, you can hit and follow me on there. Heck yeah, well, you can't hit me on there, that's just abuse. Important announcement over. Righto, so there we go, chums. I'm back up inside of the Nexus, and yet now I can just sort of go up here, and I can just go straight back down to that base from the actual portals. Let's just run past Tethers, hello there fish face, and there's Mercury, good old demon head, and we're going to leg it down here, hit up this, and hit up my base. Now you're going to see that I've got 2 bases in there at the moment. That's because I forgot to delete my base computer on the first one, but normally after you actually teleport straight through, you can delete your base on arrival. Or you can get your glyph and then delete it before you teleport back up to the Nexus. But last time I was a little bit too quick and I left it there. I can always go back and delete it. However, I have had some people say, Captain Steve, I did what you did, just by accident just then, because I've done another video like this, and when I went back to it the following day, I got another glyph. So there might be a cooldown. There might be some sort of reset on these things. I don't know, I haven't verified it myself. It was just in my comments on my previous video that I managed to actually exploit it and get an additional glyph. But I don't know whether I want to wait another 24 hours to give that a try. So there we go, Mr. Impatient, me. But there we are. So you could leave them there, I suppose. Maybe do half of them, like maybe, 8 or whatever, and then the following day do another 8 and just go back to them and start deleting your base computers, and while you're deleting your base computers, see if you're lucky enough to get given another glyph. You may not, but you might. It's a possibility. It's something that I haven't tried or tested, so it could be a waste of time. But then again, there we go, this whole thing could be a waste of time. We might not have to even use the glyphs. But there we go, I've got 4 in this video, chums, and that was a very quick video, really. I mean, I've edited this down to be under around 12 minutes, but I think in all I must have been playing for about 40. So, yeah, it's not going to take me long at all to get all of them by that sort of measure, you know. So I've got 4 in about 40 minutes. That's 10 minutes per glyph, basically. So there we go, done, and that's if things are going okay. I mean, I wouldn't say that I had unbelievable luck. I had to wait around a little bit for that mission to pop. But you think you get the idea, people, out there in viewer world. I hope you give this a go, and yeah, hopefully it helps you in other saves as well. Goodbye, and goodbye again. I want to say a massive, great big thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you to my backers over on Patreon and on YouTube membership. If you do want to support this channel, you could just not skip my adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and hit something on this screen. Heck yes, and there's also merch on this screen now. Awesome!